بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كلام الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is indeed a ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we can gather together, study His deen, intending to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make nashr and propagate the sunnah in its entirety, the sunnah in creed, the sunnah in fiqh, the sunnah in mu'amalat wa mu'asharat, the sunnah in akhlaq, the sunnah in suluk, in every aspect of the deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted us the opportunity to get together and to struggle and strive in pleasing Him in this regard. This is indeed a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We know for a fact that there are masajid that may be having gatherings and they are engaged in the Masaa'il of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in their gatherings. وما من نعمة من الله سبحانه وتعالى وما عظم من نعمة كذلك that we can and are afforded this opportunity to propagate, to listen. In this country we do not claim to have command in that aspect. We are still finding our feet is still just touching the water of the ocean. But whatever little we have, we hope to share with our brothers, because there are many that are drowning. So if you already know how to swim in waist deep water, try and assist the one who is drowning. Now, if you don't know how to swim, wait at the shore, call for help, call 911, inshallah, help will be on the way. Now, we are here in this matter, in this subject, in this topic, doing battle. That's how I see it. We're doing battle against the people of bid'ah wal ahwa. We're doing battle against the jama'at wal jam'iyyat who are from the detractors and those who oppose the teachings of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From those who are the Ikhwan al-Muslimin, as you heard, Saruriyyah, Qutbiyyah, Tablighiyah, and the rest of it. Look at the Ikhwan al-Muslimin, the Saruriyyah and the Qutbiyyah. The layperson may think that these are people of Quran and Sunnah, and that's what they think, especially in this country. Then we do battle against those who claim as-Salafiyyah. They claim to be Salafis. In Aqidah you will find them, Walillahil hamd, they are okay, but in creed, in Manhaj, you will find a lot of shortcomings. Some of them may have graduated from the well-known institutions of Sunnah, but they have shortcomings in Manhaj. We have experienced this over almost 20 years now, and attempts have been made to speak to individuals, to speak to groups of such individuals, but we find there is obstinacy, there is the unwillingness to step up and get educated in this regard. But the effort has to be made, it was made, and it will continuously be made because we intend good for our Muslim brothers and sisters and community. We must not lose hope. We must not lose hope. And la nayas. We should not lose hope. Use beautiful exhortation, good preaching, based on the Kitab and the Sunnah to invite brothers and bring them in, bring them closer. Have an open, welcoming arm, not one that repels people and pushes people away. That's very important in an environment like this, in Darul Kufr, especially. You must be inviters, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal maw'izati al hasanah. وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. So whatever category and group of deviation that we find and people of deviancy, we must always keep this principle in mind. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not harsh, hard-hearted. No. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was soft, welcoming. Now, we know the incident that's reported in Hadith when some bad character individual was coming to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Bisa akhul ashir, or bisa akhul qabila." He said that, how evil, how bad is this person of the tribe. And when he came into the majlis of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam began to speak well with him, nice with him, soft with him. Aisha, when he left, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, Ya Rasulullah, when he was coming, you said this. And now when you sit with him, you treat him so nice. It's a qaida you learn here. If a person has bad character, he's an opponent, you make what is known as mudara or mudarat. You manage the situation with a hadaf eye, with a greater objective and purpose in mind, to guide, to bring the person close. So the Prophet ﷺ, you do this with people who have bad character, they are evil, they are robust, and they are confrontational. So you've got to manage such people. Now, Fatah Makkah, 10th year of the Hijrah. The Prophet ﷺ was riding to Makkah with 10,000 Sahaba, a massive army. And we know Abu Sufyan, radiallahu ta'ala at the time, was one of the most formidable individuals, leaders against the da'wah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But then when he saw this huge army and all, eventually he accepted Islam. So Al-Abbas, the uncle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, brought him and came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then when he was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, Ya Rasulullah, what Abu Sufyan here? He's a person yuhibbul fakhr. He likes, he's a proud man, he likes things of pride that give him, that boost his pride. So can you give him something? The Prophet said, Man dakhala bayt Abi Sufyan, fahuwa amin. Just that announcement. Gave him sharaf. Ihtiram. That's the meaning of fakhr here. Ihtiram. He loved that. Because he was from the ru'asa. He was from the heads, the chiefs. See this motive? Hikmah. Hikmah. Bil Amsal Kareem, just yesterday he was an ardent enemy of the Muslims. One could say, yeah, because he sees us 10,000 strong, that's why he's all softy, nicey and accepting Islam. No, we've got to sort him out. No. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sent for da'wah. Da'wah to khalq ila Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So your da'wah must always be focused and centralized upon meaning good for people, not about yourself. You're going to show people how good you are. You're going to show that you're the leader. You're going to show that you are the one. I'm the man. If that is your intention, if that is how you are, your dawah will not succeed. Not succeed. Put yourself last. Now, put yourself last. Put the people first. Intending khair for them. Be the safina to know to the people. It's not about you. We are so fortunate that we are born in the time after the coming of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But we are born in the Fatrah. Between Isa alayhi salam at the time, there was no Nabi in between. How difficult it would be to get the deen, the true deen, when everything had been corrupted. We know the incident of Salman al-Farisi, radiallahu anhu, his long journey to look for the truth. And what happened to him? The first bishop he was a kha'in, a deceiver to his people, collecting the amwal of the people for sadaqah, but storing it with him. He traveled the length and breadth of Sham, went to Iraq, till he came to Medina. He was cheated, bought and sold as a slave. We weren't born in that period. We have access to information now. That was the Salafiyah he was looking for. Do you know that? Salman al-Farsi was looking for the Da'watul Salafiyah. Now, would the Imam of the Da'watul Salafiyah be Isa alayhi salam? That's what we're searching for. The true creed, the unchanged creed, not taslees, tawheed. That's what he was looking for. And the next bishop said, there is nobody on the face of the earth when he's about to die that I know is upon Salafiyah now. I'm using the word Salafiyah, now that you understand. There's nobody that is upon what I am upon, except Fulan in that land there. Christians are all over Sham, so what he meant, there's nobody upon what I am. These all are mushrikeen. They call themselves Christians, they say they're following Isa alayhi salam. These are mushrikeen, but person of Tawheed, you'll find him there, Makan Fulan. Same thing, if you're sitting there in Limpopo, there's Muslims around there. But upon Salafiyah, you may not find a single soul. So we ought to appreciate, make shukr to our Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we can come to such gatherings and benefit and take notes and ponder. If you're a hafiz, mashallah, you're not taking notes, or you sink it in, or you're recording. Because whatever information is transmitted is from the ulama here. Just some notes I give you here and there. But though there, we're not making new qawaid here. La nuqaid qawaid hina. It's not a factory of making our own qawaid. We move on, not the ulama. We make best of the mas'ala. And give you additional notes. Because we know the waqi in our country. We try to relate what's in the Butun al-Kutub with what's the reality so that you can relate. And you can adjust and tweak yourself so that you come online with the Kitab and Sunnah al-Fahmi Salaf al-Salih. If we step out of line, call us. Stepping out of line, Sheikh. Al-Rasul line. We'll acknowledge, follow. If it's haq. Then we've done our duty. When we leave this dunya, we know we've tried the best now that we could, that Allah SWT afforded us the opportunity. We can never thank Allah SWT enough for getting this dawah al-mubarak. What kamal is in us that Allah SWT has chosen us to be part of this? What goodness is there in us that Allah SWT has chosen us to be able to say Tawheed? Tawheed. Focus is Tawheed. There was no Tawheed. We went to madrasa, we never heard of Tawheed. La ilaha illallah. There's no one who is worshipped besides Allah. That's it. We are Muslims. Is that a correct tafsir of La ilaha illallah? Is that the correct understanding of La ilaha illallah? It's not correct. Many things are worshipped besides Allah. Saying that no one is worshipped besides Allah is not a true statement. Have you heard La ma'buda bihaqqin illallah? What's this? What's this? 40 years back, what is this? I remember our principal told us, y'all don't know the meaning of La ilaha illallah. What? We don't know. The second, third year Arabic now, we thought we knew. Allah. You all are so fortunate. We are so fortunate this time that we're able to understand the meaning of La ilaha illallah. We've got the Masaa'il delivering it on Mana Ta'ud. These Masaa'il of Shaykh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab, they're no easy, simple Masaa'il. They just look thin. But these are nuclear bombs. A nuclear bomb does not have to be big. These are important messages of revival. That is known as al-Mujaddid. If you go through those books and you put yourself in the time of Shaykh Muhammad Abdul Wahab and before that, with all the deviation, you will see how apt, how befitting it was for him to compile these Rasail in its place, and how it revived the communities and societies, not just in his era and area, but the whole world that came in contact with his Rasail. You must wonder about this. So it's not about the vast amount of knowledge that you memorize. It's about what you memorize, is it correct? What you're practicing, is it correct? Is it muwafiq with the kitab and the sunnah and the understanding of the Salaf? Hada wal ibrah. That is a consideration. We have people saying we are from the Jama'ah. One of the so-called great muftis of our land said, you know what is Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah? Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah now consists of the Maturidiyah and the Ash'ariyyah. Because these two imams of these groups, Abu Mansur al-Maturidi and Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari, were the ones who, when the creed of the Muslims was being attacked, they're the ones who stepped up and they defended the creed of Ahlul Sunnah or of the Muslims against the Jahmiyyah, against the Mu'tazila, against the other sects and groups that were there, against the Kuffar, Jews and the Christians. But we know that this is not true. That these groups, these two groups that they mentioned and consider them to be Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they are in fact from people of Kalam, rational theology, groups of deviation. When you speak about Ahlul Ahwa wal Bid'ah, it's Ahlul Kalam. You read the book Zammul Kalam, wa Ahlihi. It's a book that Muhammad al-Harawi, 5th century scholar from Afghanistan, a place called Herat. He wrote the book with reports going to the Sahaba, Athar of the Sahaba, first Hadith from the Sahaba, Athar from the Sahaba, Tabi'un, Atba'u Tabi'in. And you will see the statement of Imam Shafi'i against the people of rational theology, refuting them, saying that these people should be put on camels, taken around the tribes and lashed and whooped. So now you have a Shafi'i, the one who makes attribution to the madhab of Imam al-Shafi'i. He says the Shafi'i, and an Ash'ari. You're wrong. Imam al-Shafi'i was not an Ash'ari. Imam al-Shafi'i was a Salafi. So, that is like opposite. Oxymoron, as you say. The first thing when you say you're following an Imam, you must look at your creed. Is your creed like the Imam? If not, you're not with the Imam. The Hanafi will say, we are Hanafi in fiqh, Maturidi in Aqidah, in creed. What was Imam Abu Hanifa? Salafi. He was not a Maturidi. Abu Mansur al-Maturidi died in the year 333 after the Hijrah. Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari 327, 325, 327 after the Hijrah. And Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari, he left all of this kalam and he pronounced the madhab of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah before he passed away. Except few Masaa'il here and there, where the ulama have brought to our attention. But for the most part, he abandoned that. But they still have that. He was first Mu'tazili. Now, then he left the mazhab of the Kullabiyya and he refuted the Mu'taziliyya, and from him the name of the mazhab of Ash'ariyya came into existence after Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari. So, this is something that we have to be aware of. Who is considered to be Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah according to people of innovations and desires? And who is actually Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah from the Quran and the Sunnah and the understanding of the Salaf al-Salih? You'll find it a big difference. The Ummah for the first 3 centuries, now, what were they on? Did they only discover the Aqidah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah after Imam Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari and Imam al-Maturidi? No. We must go back and see what the Sahaba were upon, what their students were upon, and what the students of their students were upon before this 4th generation. Likewise to the Madhahib al-Fiqhiyya. How was the approach to fiqh in the 1st generation, the 2nd generation, the 3rd generation? Fiqh was on the madhab of Ahlul Hadith. Imam Bukhari was a faqih. Imam Sufyan al-Thawri, now from Iraq, Kufa, was a faqih, muhaddis. The fuqaha were muhaddithun. But the muhaddithun were fuqaha. So the advice is going to history. Go from the demise of the Prophet ﷺ and follow, retrace the steps and see whether the claimants of the muta'akhirin, the claims of the muta'akhirin, the latter days scholars and adherents to Islam, does it make sense when you compare it in light of the mutaqaddimin, the Salaf? And you clear the pathway. Clear all of this out of the way until you see the road that has a link right there to the Prophet ﷺ and clearly cloudy. Others you will be lost in all of the shubuhat that's coming, all of the doubts that the people of innovation put on the pathway of truth. Going to our question, I think we attended to the question, but let's repeat this. ما ضابط النقل عن المخالف وهل يعتبر النقل عنه موافقة له في بدعته ويلحق به? What is the principle of transmitting knowledge from an opponent, a violator of the Quran and the Sunnah? Will it be considered if one takes knowledge from a violator or an opponent that he is supporting that person's innovation? You transmit from them, and then you will be regarded as being part of that innovator? Question 1. 2. وَبَيِّنْ لَنَا, it's not a question, it's a statement, or statement and question. وَبَيِّنْ لَنَا أَحْوَالَ الْمُخَالِفِينَ وَمَتَى يَصِحُّ النَّقْلُ عَنْهُمْ وَمَتَى يُمْتَنَعُ. Says here, explain to us the condition of the violator of the Sharia, and when is it correct to transmit from them, and when it is prohibited. When is it correct to transmit from an opposer, an opponent, a detractor? Now, and when is it prohibited? So there's two parts here. Firstly, al-jawab. Al-mukhalif imma an yakuna min ahli sunnah min kulli wajh. So the opponent, now, either he is from Ahlul Sunnah in every aspect of his practice of the deen. His asl is Ahlul Sunnah. وَمُخَالَفَتُهُ لِغَيْرِهِ فِي مَسَائِلٍ تَسُوغُ فِيهَا الْمُخَالَفَةِ. And his opponent, now, is in issues and matters where differences are allowed. In my salah, I point my finger like this. You shake your finger. Can you say, look at him, shake his finger, look what he's doing? No, it's understanding of the hadith. General ishara means just pointing, not moving. Or the hadith that says the Prophet pointed, he never moved. What does the hadith that say? He pointed and he moved. This is what ulama have discussed. So is having a different view something that we can oppose with shiddah against a brother? No, you cannot do that. It is a mas'ala, an issue, where differences are allowed. So don't become like the Haddadiyyah. Now, shiddah. That's one example. Now, someone makes takbiratul ihram, put his hand right on here over his chest, other one put his above his navel, just on his stomach. No. Okay? Things like that. So, either it's like that, وَهُوَ مِنْ أَهْلِ الْإِجْتِهَادِ الَّذِينَ تُعْتَبَرُ مُخَالَفَتُهُمْ مَقْبُولَةٌ لَدَى الْعُلَمَاءِ. Or it's a matter of ijtihad. There's no nas, sarih, no clear text. So they're making ijtihad now from the Quran and the Sunnah, and he's a person of ijtihad. He has that malaka, that ahliyah, that capability, expertise. So he comes to his own conclusions, contrary to what the other scholars are upon. Right? This is a mas'ala ijtihadiyah. It is a mas'ala where ijtihad may be applied. And that is accepted by the ulama. If it is accepted by the ulama, who, me and you, to go and interrogate that? As tulabul ilm, we must understand this mas'ala in its proper status. Now, فهذا النوع من المخالفين ينظر فيما خالفوا فيه غيرهم من أهل العلم من المسائل. This type of opponent, this type of person who has a difference, it must be looked into that area in which he differs with the scholars. You must look into that. By look into that means investigate it. Check it out, do some research. كما ينظر في أدلة الجميع, just as you are supposed to look at the evidences of everybody. Everybody. وحينئذ من استند في قوله على دليل, and at that point the one who depends on evidences in his view, now there's evidences supporting his view, فَيَجِبُ الْأَخْذُ بِقَوْلِهِ. It is compulsory that you take his statement. Now, مَا مِنَّا إِلَّا وَقَدْ أُخِذَ مِنْ أَقْوَالِهِ وَيُرَدْ. None of us accept that his statements are taken and they are rejected. Imam Malik has mentioned this, Salaf has mentioned this. Now, there's no one, no Imam, no matter how high his rank and level and knowledge, that everything he says is true. The people of Taqweed, that's what they are upon. That's my Imam. Whatever my Imam said, that's what I'm practicing. Yeah, brother, there's a hadith, Sahih, look at this. No. Sahih Bukhari, brother. No, don't show me that, My mother. Just close the door. My mother. So what he has done? He has made his Imam the Shari'. He has made his Imam the legislator. This can be shirk. If he believes that this Imam has the authority to legislate, shirkun akbar and mukhrij min al-millah. It is dangerous. There's no human being has authority to legislate in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the Salaf, they used to be careful the terms they use. They don't say haram in matters of ijtihad. Haram. They say la ara dhalik, la yambaghi. Because of wara', taqwa, fearing, to make tashri'. Amma ashabul hawa, haram, halal. You put a stamp on the fish, halal. Maqbu ala tariqat al-Islamiyah, السمك. روى هذا ممن نثق به من مشايخنا. خرج من جامعة الإسلامية في كلية الحديث. شيخ كان يدرسنا علم المصطلح. شيخ يشتغل علم المصطلح. نعم. هذا الإمام graduated from جامعة إسلامية. He said, you'll be amazed. We'll say, you don't take that, the Saudis, that's the eating food in Saudi, be careful. I was told that 1995 I went for Hajj. My Sheikh from the Hanafiyyah, mother of Imam Abi Hanifa, rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, I'll give you nasiyah, come sit here. Because you know, you studying, you want to go with the Sheikh, hear what he says. He said, first thing, watch where you eat. I'm going where? Darul Tawheed. Ardul Haramain. Are you telling me, watch out what you eat? Eat only from the shops, restaurants, of the Indians or Pakistanis. Now, Nasiyah, first Nasiyah. Not about Tawheed, not about Shirk, not about Aqidah, about food. And I'm going to the land of the Muslims. It's like you invite me to your house, another brother comes and say, I was asking if the chicken is halal. Ask him if the chicken is halal, or the meat is halal, or his food is halal. It's like that. Allah Musta'an. So that's why I say we have to go through trials, brothers, trials. Now, we are so fortunate. So fortunate now. Where was I going with this? Are you know? Okay. Where was I going with this fish story? Naam. Barakallahu fi. Don't sleep here, brother. We are doing war here. Battle against the Anil, Bidah wal Ahwa by knowing our manhaj. Be careful, be awake. Now, I'm not saying you're sleeping, maybe you're busy recording, but it's a general nasiha. Barakallahu fi. Sheikh Mukbil rahimahullah, in the masjid, he says, hey Fulan, come. You're not writing. Write. Where's your book? What's happening with you? When you're a big man with a beard, or what Sheikh will make you stand up. At least we got ihtiram for you. Don't make you stand up. And I got gray beard bigger than all of you over here. I don't think anyone here older than me. So I can say anyone, kum. Not to respect me, no, kum, because I'll make interrogation of you. What are you? I'm taking down notes. Are you just sitting there, brother? You came to Halakha for what? To rest. Because we're going past here, you saw a lot of people say, let me go rest in the masjid. It's cool. It's hot out there. No, some people don't know what they're doing here. I mean, sometimes. Some say we go the Christmas time, we duck the Christmas, just go relax there, meet the brothers, you can talk about things and trade information and you see how they're trading on whatever. What's the latest? You exchange information there. It's a good place to exchange some information about dunya, how it's happening. Someone like that. Now, let's face it, how can you be a talib al-ilm, ya akhi? How can you be a talib al-ilm? You sit in the masjid of ilm. You're not like Imam Bukhari and you're not recording. You're just sitting there. Out of 1,000 words that I use from the one who is the muqaddim, there must be one or two things that you never heard in your life. Make a note. Go check it up. Verify till it is rasikh in you. There might be some isharat given, just some indications given on a mas'ala. Then you can go and check it up and get the tafsir. Or a juz of the hadith will be given. Then you can make the takhrij. And connect the hadith. That's a talibul ilm. But there's not everyone who should sit in the majlis of the salaf that he should write. One person said, I should go sit in the majlis of Imam Ahmad. نعم ولا أكتب 20 سنة حتى أتيت به. Just looking at Imam Ahmad, just listening to his words, his wa'az, and I take that as a lesson for myself. If you like that, ahlan wa sahlan. Just to, just cleanse your soul, tazkiyatun nafs. Because you're hearing Qala Allah wa Qala Rasul. It reminds you about Allah. The tears that flow from your eyes. You feel this is against you. You have this error and this fault. You want to rectify yourself on your journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But just sitting here, being empty-headed, thinking what's coming for lunch next, how you have your qaylula, when you check your messages on your phone, khiyana. Takhun nafsak. You make a khiyana of yourself. This is a majlisul ilm. Not you come to a majlisul ilm, you bring another majlis with you, majlis of the dunya. Now, this kind of nasiyah is adi. You can ask my tulab. We stop the dance, we go like this. Every time you have to change the shaitan. Change the shaitan from the tulab. Because you're the first target of the shaitan. We, tulabul ilm, are the first targets of the shaitan. Because we stand in the way of the shaitan. When you tell him about Qala Allah wa Qala Rasul, we are putting ourselves in direct opposition to shaitan, to Iblis and his army. So we must take our shields, our protections. Ittaqa yattaqi. Protect and defend ourselves. With kasratul azkar. When you're sitting in azkar, kasratul alat difa'. Turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making dua and supplicating. Between azan and iqamah is waqtul ijabah. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya Allah, I'm sitting in the majlis of ilm on a daily basis from the 25th to the 2nd. Ya Allah, please make me benefit more. Let there be a change in my life. I have this qusur, I have this shortcoming. I have to change. I've got mukhalafah. I hear about adala. I want to be a rajul that has adala, Ya Allah. When the Salaf was asked, some of the Salaf, how you spend the night? He said, Muznib, min al-muznibin. Committing sins from the sinners. This is ulama, ya akhi. Ulama, not just lay people. Because they were aware of their hal every second. And we only have raja in the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's our raja. That's our hope to get the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you think I'm okay, I'm Salafi, I'm okay, you're on a dangerous road. You're not okay. Nobody's okay. Our father was not okay. Do you know that? Huh? Our father. You don't think you're not my brother? Share with me, our father. You're my brother. Adam alayhi salam. Adam alayhi salam. Huh? Dalil somebody can give me? Surah Baqarah. Naam ya akhi. Arabic, don't give me English, please. لا قبل هذا. ها؟ لا قبل هذا. لا بعد هذا. ها؟ Some people eating, brother.
فلا تقربوا هذه الشجرة فتكون من الظالمين.
قبل هذا بشوي.
فأزلهما الشيطان فأخرجه منها.
لا قبل هذا. أنت كنت على صواب. كنت لك قبل هذا شوي.
فأزلهما الشيطان فأخرج منها.
قبل هذا. قبل.
لا.
أقول قبل هذه الآية. نعم. Before this ayah. ويتكلم شيء صار كلام.
زوجك وربك
زوج لا. وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة. Allah's not doing it. Going to Jannah. Where Allah's not put our father? Jannah. That was his first starting point in ni'mah, wa barakah, wal khair, wa ta'am, wa sharab. Everything mutawaffirah. Isn't it? And where are we? Jahannam. Isn't it? You ever taught me in Jahannam? Mulana? But you ever taught me in Jahannam? We in Sijin, let me make it more easy. In Sijin, eh? What tell you ذلك?
الدنيا سجن المؤمن.
الدنيا سجن المؤمن. وجنة الكافر. This is Sijin. Wow. But still, after seeing all the ni'mah, enjoying it, our father slept, okay? And made tawbah, he returned to khair. He returned to Jannah. So this is it's a lesson for us. Slip. Turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you return to Jannah. You return to Jannah. You've got to work hard here. There's no relaxing. There's no time to look at the dunya. This is Jannah for a kafir. Our goal, our statements, our wants, our desires must not be like the kuffar. We want to get back to Jannah. That should be the mindset. That should be the shauq, the want, the desire, a craving desire in us that we want to get back there. We were there in the sulb of our father, in the spine of our father. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rubbed the back of Adam and son, took out all the souls and placed them in and said, Alastu bi rabbikum. Qalu bala. Said, indeed, you are our Lord. That was the mithaq al-awwal. Al-mithaq al-awwal. The first pledge, the first contractual obligation between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We acknowledge the tawheed al-rububiyyah. And at the same time, we acknowledge the tawheed al-uluhiyyah. That anta mustahiq lil-ibadah. Aqarna bidhalik. Al-mithaq al-awwal. Ibn Kathir rahimahullah discusses this matter, but Khulasa says that if you come into the dunya then, alladhi yuwafiq mithaquhu al-awwal mithaqahu الآخر ينجح. What's the ميثاق الآخر؟ كلمة التوحيد. كلمة التوحيد. Then ينفعك ميثاقك الأول. But the one that comes to dunya, he makes mukhalafa, does not take tawheed, takes the line and the road of shirk, then mithaqul awwal la yanfa'uhu. His first acknowledgement of tawheed, al-rububiyyah and uluhiyyah, will not benefit him. الذي يموت وهو دون البلوغ نعم يحكم عليه بالميثاق الأول. This is one of the many aqwals. So if you ponder with this, ponder from the beginning, where are we coming from? Where our father, our parents, and you understand how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. In spite of him giving Jannah and everything, you slip because of this shaitan, Iblis. He will cause many to slip here in this world. We're not in Jannah where we can see the khair and experience the khair. We're here in the sijin. This dunya. It's trying, it's testing. And I come back, this halaqatul ilm like this, that bring us back to where our thoughts, our purposes, our strength is supposed to be, our efforts supposed to be applied in. What's the point? You are this big man, lots of wealth in this dunya. You don't know what's going on. You don't know the road to get back to Jannah. Or you've been told of the road, but you ignore it. Because you're captivated by this dunya. If somebody comes to you and talks about dunya and dunya, he wants to captivate you, walk away from him. Because he's min awani shaitan. He's from the helpers of shaitan, from the helpers of Iblis. Supposed to take you away on dhikrillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether he knows it or whether he doesn't know it. Whether he intends it or whether he doesn't intend it. These are facts of the life of a believer, of which he must be continuously aware. Who's supposed to come, Rasha?
I didn't speak.
Break. These people don't need break, they need to show the road to Jannah. What break? You're on halfway now. They don't break. After break, who's there? After break. After break? Check Ismail.
I think
Chimwana.
Shambhala is taking it.
And after that? There's some Sheikh Root is there somewhere.
No, chocolate.
He finished, I know, but on the timetable this day. Sheikh Ishaq was also the timetable. Sheikh Root after the break. Then Sheikh Sami. So Sheikh Root is not there. So Sheikh Wal is taking Sheikh Root's place. No, I'm taking the place. I'm taking it. Because I never finish. So we'll have a break. Barakallahu fikum. We'll come back and then we will continue on the road to Jannah. Inshallah. Barakallahu fikum. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.